silence is often misunderstood. In a world that rewards loudness, constant expression, and instant reactions, silence is quickly labeled as weakness, fear, or a lack of confidence. Yet this assumption could not be more wrong. In reality, silence is one of the clearest signs of inner strength. It reflects self-control, emotional intelligence, confidence, and deep awareness. In 2026, when noise dominates every aspect of life from social media to artificial intelligence-generated content, silence has become a rare and powerful trait. Those who master it stand apart. Modern society is built on reaction. Notifications demand immediate attention. Opinions are expected instantly, and emotional responses are publicly displayed and judged within seconds. This culture conditions people to believe that speaking quickly is a sign of strength. However, true strength has never been about reacting. It has always been about restraint. Silence creates a pause between stimulus and response. And that pause is where power lives. A person who can remain silent when provoked demonstrates control over their emotions rather than allowing external forces to control them. This ability is not accidental. It is the result of discipline and awareness. Silence also allows the mind to think more deeply. When someone is constantly speaking, they are usually repeating ideas they already know or echoing the opinions of others. Silence, on the other hand, invites reflection. It creates space for observation, learning, and insight. Many of the world's greatest ideas were formed in moments of quiet thought, long before they were shared publicly. A quiet mind has the capacity to analyze, connect patterns, and see beyond surface-level information. In an era overloaded with content, depth has become more valuable than volume. One of the reasons silence is so powerful is that it unsettles insecurity. People who rely on validation, attention, or approval often feel uncomfortable around silence because it offers no feedback. Silence cannot be easily manipulated, and it does not reveal intentions. When someone chooses not to explain themselves or fill every gap with words, others are forced to project their own assumptions. This dynamic subtly shifts power. Confidence does not require constant explanation. Those who are secure within themselves are comfortable being misunderstood, at least temporarily, because they trust their identity and direction. Leadership offers a clear example of the strength of silence. The most respected leaders are rarely the loudest voices in the room. They speak deliberately, pause before responding, and choose their words carefully. Their silence creates presence and authority. When they do speak, their words carry weight because they are not diluted by constant noise. In professional environments, silence often encourages others to reveal more information, exposing intentions and perspectives that might otherwise remain hidden. Influence, in this sense, grows not from domination, but from restraint. Silence is also a practical expression of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence does not mean expressing every feeling as soon as it arises. It means understanding emotions, regulating them, and responding appropriately. Silence allows emotions to settle before decisions are made. It prevents impulsive statements that cannot be undone. Strong individuals feel deeply, but they do not allow their emotions to dictate every action. Instead, they process internally and respond with intention. This skill is increasingly important. In a world where emotional reactions are constantly monetized and amplified, in relationships, silence plays a protective role. Oversharing is often mistaken for authenticity, yet it is frequently driven by insecurity or fear of disconnection. Healthy relationships do not require constant explanation or emotional performance. They require boundaries, respect, and maturity. Silence can prevent unnecessary arguments, reduce emotional escalation, and preserve trust. It also maintains a sense of mystery and individuality. When every thought is spoken aloud, words lose their value. Silence gives language, meaning. Silence is particularly effective against manipulation. Manipulative behavior depends on provoking emotional reactions. Guilt, anger, fear, and urgency are tools used to gain control. Silence disrupts this process. When a person refuses to react immediately, manipulation loses its momentum. Drama fades and power shifts back to the individual who remains calm. Silence in this context is not submission. It is a deliberate refusal to engage in harmful dynamics. It is strength expressed through self-protection. Confidence is often portrayed as boldness and constant self-promotion, but this is a shallow version of confidence. Real confidence does not need performance. It does not require constant proof or validation. People who are truly confident allow their actions and results to speak for them. In a digital age where personal branding pressures individuals to broadcast every achievement, silence becomes a form of quiet rebellion. Choosing not to announce every success is a sign of inner security. Discipline. Another form of strength is closely tied to silence. The ability to sit quietly without distraction is becoming increasingly rare. Phones, notifications, and endless streams of content train the mind to seek stimulation at all times. Silence challenges this habit. It builds focus, patience, and mental endurance. Those who can tolerate quiet moments without discomfort develop stronger attention, spans, and greater self-awareness. Silence, in this sense, is training for the mind. When someone speaks less, their words naturally gain power. Silence sharpens communication by removing unnecessary language. Strong individuals understand that not everything needs to be said. They choose words carefully, knowing that restraint increases impact. In conversations, people tend to listen more closely to those who do not speak constantly. Silence creates anticipation and respect. It turns language into a tool rather than noise. Silence is also an expression of self-respect. Explaining oneself repeatedly to people who are unwilling to understand is exhausting and demeaning. Silence draws a boundary. It communicates confidence without confrontation. It signals that peace is valued more than approval. Self-respect does not need to be announced. It is felt through calm and composure. As individuals grow and align more deeply with their values, their need to justify their choices decreases. Silence reflects this inner alignment. When a person trusts their path, they no longer feel compelled to defend it. They accept that not everyone will understand, and they are at peace with that reality. The stronger the internal foundation, the quieter the external expression becomes. It is important to recognize that silence is not passivity. It is not avoidance or fear. It is strategic restraint. Strong people understand timing. They know when speaking will add value and when it will only create noise. Silence is a conscious choice, not an absence of voice. It is the wisdom to know that not every moment requires expression. In 2026, silence holds even greater significance. Artificial intelligence can generate endless words instantly. Content, opinions, and responses are abundant. What remains uniquely human is discernment, the ability to pause, reflect, and choose meaning over volume. Silence has become a competitive advantage. While machines talk endlessly, strong humans choose when to speak. At its core, silence offers peace. Strength is not about winning every argument or dominating every conversation. It is about protecting mental clarity and emotional balance. Some conflicts are resolved not through confrontation but through calm withdrawal. Silence preserves energy and focus, allowing individuals to invest in what truly matters. Silence is not empty. It is full of confidence, awareness, and restraint. Weakness fears silence because it exposes insecurity. Strength embraces silence because it rests on self-knowledge. In a world obsessed with being heard, choosing silence is a statement of power. Real strength does not shout. It does not chase attention. It waits, observes, and speaks only when the moment is right.